Hey everyone, and welcome to a brief series that I'm going to do. I guess every YouTuber on the planet has done this with the Would You Rather quizzes, but I have actually never taken one before, and I'm not sure if the phone is going to be the best way to do it. But I don't think I can download this on the PlayStation, and I don't have a recorder on the laptop, so we're just going to try it this way. So, welcome to my first Would You Rather. Um, Again, I plan on this being a series, so if you like this kind of thing, like I do, I like watching people play Would You Rather. Then will be a good series for you. I plan on doing a lot of videos like this, and if not, sorry. Um, so anyway, let's get right into it. So, the first question is, would you rather live in a live for a week in the North Pole or live a week in the desert? Okay, I'm assuming that I'll still be living inside, um, and I'll never have to go outside. But even given that, I think I would rather live in the North Pole because I'd rather it be too cold than too hot because I can't sweat. And so not sweating causes you to overheat really fast. So I'd rather be too cold than too hot. I'll bring my blow dryer with me. Okay, yeah. So most people would rather be too cold. Let's see. Yeah, don't they have well, yeah. Anyway, would you rather be only able to communicate with whispers or be only able to speak loudly? Well, I pretty much already only communicate with whispers, and it's quite difficult for me to be loud. Um, but then if you can only speak in a whisper, it is unlikely that anyone will be able to hear what you are saying. Whereas if you speak really loudly, then everyone will, pay attention to you. So, I mean, why not? Okay, let's do speak loudly. Assuming I would be able to speak loudly, that's what I will choose. Okay. Oh Lord, can't see. Wait, what? I did the thing. I shouldn't have to have an ad. Would you rather have the elbow joints looking toward the opposite side or have knee joints reversed? I think I might have seen Jacksepticeye answer this question. I can't imagine what that would be like to have your knee joints reversed. Like, that just seems like it would be way more crippling than having your elbow joints on the opposite side. Basically, both of them are saying reversed, so I'm just going to say it that way. So, to have your elbow joints reversed, let's see. That just means instead of going this way, I would be bending the other way. But, I mean, you can kind of do that anyway. I mean, your elbows and arms are, like, really flexible. I found out, actually, if you are a woman, your arms are way more flexible than a man because, like, women were the ones carrying babies around, and being more flexible, and for some reason, makes that easier. I don't know why, but it's just fun fact. So, anyway, yeah, I definitely think the elbow thing. The leg one is just way too crippling. Really, I'm really surprised to see that it was that close. Like, oh my goodness, who would want backward knees? Like, how would you sit down? Oh my goodness. All right. Continue. Would you rather 50 degrees every day, 0 degrees every day? 50. I mean, it would have made more sense if it said 90 or 0, which I probably still would have picked 90, just because 0, that's probably just a little bit too cold. And 90 really isn't that hot if you stay inside. Would you rather that everyone can know what you think, be naked forever? Everyone know what I think. I mean, usually I don't really think that many bad things anyway. Whereas being naked, I think that's something really, shameful. And then especially being a female, that makes it worse because, you know, not even society, but just biologically, females are more sexualized. Not talking about society again. That's a totally different matter. But just biologically, women are more sought after for sex and everything than, it's more the men, trying to get with a woman, and women just have more sex appeal, I guess, for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why it is that way. I wish it wasn't that way, because then I could be more relaxed and everything. But yeah, I think being naked is just really shameful. Not because I'm ashamed of myself, but just because it's like there's a boundary, and that is going way past that boundary. I don't want to be exposed to the world. I want only people I choose to share that with to see me that way, including myself. Um, Whereas the other, like I said, I don't really think that many bad thoughts. And usually if I do, like even if it's like road rage or something like that, and, I cuss someone or whatever, I immediately apologize. Even though they can't hear me, that's what I do. So if I do think something bad, I immediately apologize, and I go over this in my mind. I mean, I think people would really rather not hear everything that I think. It would drive them crazy. They would be like, I just heard the conversation I just had with her 5 times in 5 different ways. How can she live with all of these thoughts? All right, continue. Would you rather be a millionaire but failed mentally? Be a millionaire but socially embittered. Ooh, oh. So either way, you're a millionaire. Socially embittered, does that mean like I'm just like, bitter and hate everybody, whereas failed mentally means I'm just a dumb millionaire? I think I'd rather be stupid than bitter. Yeah. Really? Maybe I don't know what it is saying. Maybe was it saying people would be bitter towards me? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I picked the right one because obviously I'm too stupid to answer this question. Okay. Would you rather just listen to the Beatles or only listen to Rolling Stone Beatles? Wow, 50-50. That's neat. But yeah, definitely Beatles. Would you rather stop using YouTube or stop using Facebook? I'll never stop using YouTube. Would you rather have to walk on all 4 legs, make noise of animals unintentionally always? I kind of already do. I kind of already do this one. Make noise like an animal quite often. I make all kinds of weird noises, like ee, and just really weird stuff, and baby cries and everything. Actually, I'm actually fluent in E. Okay, so like if I can make any kind of sentence out of an E, and the worst thing about it is that my fiance's brother has learned the E language as well, and so whenever all 3 of us are together, we just drive my fiance crazy by only speaking in E's. So anyway, continue. Would you rather wash your hands before pee? Not wash your hands before pee? Before? I don't really wash my hands before. I don't understand what's the point of that. Would you rather measure? Oh. Oh, so the one is like 7.5 feet tall And the other one is, I think I put this in British English. I don't know if they have an American English, but it was in Spanish when I first uploaded it. So, whereas this is like 4 feet, so I'd be a foot shorter. Oh my goodness. But I don't think that my fiance would love me if I was 7.5 feet tall. I will answer that question later. Sorry about that. Okay, me personally, I think other than romantically, because obviously being a 7 foot tall woman would be an issue romantically, in my opinion, and I don't blame anyone for feeling that way. I like the person I'm with to be taller than me. But I just think it'd be easier to be taller than shorter. Yeah. Would you rather live in the past or live in the future? I actually really got to think about this one. Oh, live in the past. But it's like, in a way, like the past gets romanticized a lot. Like I even do that. I mean, depends on how far back in the past. Like if I could live just like 2 decades sooner, like during the 80s and everything, where I'd be a teenager in the 80s or a young adult in the 80s, I think I would have really enjoyed that. But I mean, if you go back really much further than this, healthcare sucked. People were being put in mental institutions against their will for not even being crazy, and were being, tested on and stuff. Like, seriously, I think it was up until the 60s or 70s. They were still, against people's will, electrocuting them to try to fix whatever mental condition they had. So, yeah, you go back, and then you go back even further. People died all the time from diseases. Now, the bad thing is in the future, I do think there probably is a bleak future ahead for us. Neither one of these options are really good. But I would say the future probably is still better than the past. Okay. Yeah, and then there'd be a lot of stuff like you already know what happened in the past, and in the future, we don't know what that's going to be like. And so I guess, yeah. Would you rather not have to keep clicking that? Would you rather have the best house in the worst neighborhood? Ooh, have the worst house in the best neighborhood. Worst house in the best neighborhood, yeah. No, if I'm in the worst neighborhood, there ain't no point in having the best house because people are just going to steal everything from you. And then before long, your house will look like their houses. So, no. No offense to people who live in bad neighborhoods. I've done it. I've done it all. Well, not that. Not that thing you just thought, not that. Would you rather be an avatar on Pandora or be a wizard at Hogwarts? Wizard at Hogwarts, yeah. Would you rather freeze to death or burn to death? Burns are extremely painful. Like, that is one of the most painful things that, oh my gosh, and burns hurt for so long afterwards, too. On the other hand, I kind of think you would burn to death quicker than freezing to death. I really don't want to do either. Of all the ways I've thought about dying, neither one of these is any of the ways. Both of them seem horrible, like freezing to death. And it's like, I've heard people say, like, you would just, fall asleep or whatever, but I don't know because I have been outside, somewhere in blizzards before, and even with having a thick blanket over me, it was extremely painful, and I was so cold that I couldn't sleep. So I don't know what they're talking about with eventually becoming so cold that you... On the other hand, I do know this from walking during the freezing cold. It's like you might eventually become so cold you're just completely numb and don't feel it, maybe. So freeze to death. Yeah, most people pick that. Okay. What? I don't know who Jack Bauer is. Is that a bad thing? I know who Jason Bourne is. I have no idea who that is. Hold on a second. I'm gonna have to edit this. Maybe. Maybe I won't. Help me. Help me. Oh Lord, and the computer's gotta take 10 million years. Hello? See, I told you, this thing needs to be wiped, completely clean. I'm sorry, I've never had a cavity before in my life, and I found out last week I had a couple of teeny tiny ones, and just got 2 of them on this side filled today. And they didn't tell me they were going to stab me with Novocaine. Like, I didn't know, like, you had to get Novocaine just for feelings. Like, I didn't know anything about feelings. I've never had one. And so, yeah, everything's just kind of weird over here, so I'm still kind of lisping, even though it's painful over here instead of numb. I'm still kind of lisping and stuff. Oh my goodness, why is it a black screen? I'm just gonna skip because I don't know who. Yeah, okay. I don't know who the. Okay. Would you rather try and be rejected? Do not try if I have a feeling I will be rejected. Now, see, this is the way that I am. I naturally don't want to try if I think I'm going to be rejected. I used to not be that way. But I mean, of course, it used to never occur to me that I would be rejected when I was really young, you know, like 12 or whatever, and I liked somebody, I'd just tell them. And I maintained doing that until I was about 14 or 15, and then I became 15, yeah, it was definitely 15. And then I just became so afraid of rejection that I just didn't bother to try. But I've tried really hard to overcome that. Because if you don't try, then you miss out on the possibility that they might say yes. And not just talking about romantically, but with anything. And I'm like that with everything, not just romantically. I'm terrified of rejection. But my fiance's kind of helped me over these last several years to get over that, because he's the opposite. He'll keep asking even after being rejected. And so, which I would say most of the time that doesn't work, but sometimes that actually does work. Annoy someone till you get your way. That's what he has taught me. But I don't take it that far, but I do allow myself to not be so afraid now. Or even if I'm afraid, just ask anyway. But you got to kind of try to appear to be more confident and all that stuff too. Now it loads. Now that I done skipped the question. Rejection really hurts. Like with me, if I get rejected, it makes me believe that there is something deep in the very core of my being very wrong, and that's why they rejected me. Like they could see it, even though I did everything to hide it. like, I feel like they're not just rejecting what I'm asking, they're rejecting my existence. Try and be rejected. If you don't know, if you don't try. Okay. Would you rather stop getting ads? Would you rather live... I promise I'll have the ads fixed next time. I thought I already had them fixed. I'm sorry. Would you rather live in the home of your dreams without internet? No. No. Yeah. Not gonna live without internet. I mean, that's literally like... Other than sleep, and sometimes even during sleep, internet is my existence. Like I live in the internet world. I go to school online. How could I go to school if there was no internet? Would you rather be the best player of a losing team or being the worst player of a winning team? I've always been the best player of a losing team, so I'm gonna go with that. Like, seriously, every team I've ever was, well, as a kid, not now, but every team I was ever on when I was a kid, I was the best player. But everyone else sucked. Like, I was really good. Like, I wasn't just average and they sucked. I was really good and then they sucked. So, yeah, I was always really frustrated because we always lost. But anyway, I'd rather be the better player, though. Would you rather be an unattractive genius or be handsome with little intelligence? Well, I'm already kind of unattractive. Not to mention, too, being a genius isn't really that smart. I think it's if your IQ is 145 or higher, then you're a genius. Like, that's genius. So, I mean, that's not really that smart. And little intelligence, I'm assuming that doesn't mean like an IQ below 60 where, you know, you can't take care of yourself. So, I'm pretty sure I'm already basically like the first one. I'm not saying I'm a genius, but I am already unattractive and pretty smart. So I think I would rather be a little dumber and be handsome. Wow, most people would rather be smart. Well, that's good, I guess. Would you rather sweet and spicy, sour and salty? Oh, no. I don't really care for spicy foods anymore. Seems like the older I get, the more sensitive I get to them. And I also, like, I like sweet and salty. That's what I like. I like sweet with my salty, which I can't really eat sweets, but the sweets that I can eat, I indulge in as much as I can, you know, where my limit is because I don't react well to sweets. I do like sour though. So, by logical deduction, if I could only have, you know, two of the four things, I don't like spicy. Sweets I already have to do most without, so we're going to do sour and salty. Travel to the year 1950? Travel to the year 2050. I'm going to go with 2050 on this one, even though I would love to have lived in the 50s when, you know, people had a lot of style and everything. Like, I really do love the 50s. But in the year 2050, I could probably actually create my own world that's only the 50s anyway. You know, like, I could probably think about this. In the year 2050, you might, like, your walls might be hologram, and you might be able to just go up to them and choose a theme, you know, like for that day or that week or whatever. So you could, like, have 50s style, like change your whole entire house just with a few touches of a button to 50s retro or whatever. And 70s or 80s, you know? You could probably do all those things. So 2050. Yeah. Would you rather what? Oh, shoot. I didn't get to see it. Sorry. Now I have to live with that forever. Would you rather throw a stinky fart every hour? Laugh for no reason every 15 minutes? Well, I pretty much already laugh for no reason every 15 minutes, so let's go with that. Would you rather live in the water or live in the sky? Ooh. Ooh, live in the sky, there's the fear of heights and falling. Live in the water, something's going to eat you. Ooh, and the fear of drowning. The sky. I'm terrified of heights, but no, I ain't doing the ocean. Would you rather... Oh, it didn't say the ocean, but it said underwater. Would you rather run 100 kilometers per hour or fly 5 kilometers per hour? Like, I mean, be able to? Like, I'd be able to run that fast per hour? And see, yeah, I messed up because I put this in British English, so I'll have that fixed next time too. Sorry, guys. So, yeah, I'd rather be able to run that fast. Because, let's see, hold on. I know I already made my choice, but I would like to see exactly what that is. Okay. 5. Okay. Oh, fly for 3 miles an hour? Oh, it means I would be flying. But still, that's so slow. Versus 100 kilometers, 62 miles per hour. Oh my goodness. I would be able to run on the interstate without a car. Think of how much gas it would save. Well, I'd be drinking an awful lot of water, but water is still cheaper than gas, so yeah, I'd rather be able to get around a whole lot quicker and not need a car. So yeah, because if I was flying 3 miles an hour, I'd still need a car. Would you rather eat only or drink only? Drink only. Just because I'm pretty sure I would thirst to death if I ate only. Would you rather eat eyes, eat a heart? Eat eyes. Really, most people would rather eat a heart. Huh. See, with me, a heart is a lot bigger. Not to mention, too, I'd kind of feel like I was consuming the person's soul. And with the eyeballs, it's like, yeah, I know. They're looking at you. But, I mean, they're so tiny, you know, you just pop it in your mouth and swallow. Well, maybe. You might have to chew it a little. But, I mean, I think I would be able to eat a pair of eyes quicker than a heart. I don't want to eat a heart. Be able to teleport or be able to fly? Teleport. Yeah. I mean, flying is awesome. Flying would be awesome, but I still think teleporting would be quicker. Laugh uncontrollably whenever you find something funny. Cry inconsolably. Laugh. I don't ever want to cry inconsolably. I hate crying. I don't ever cry in front of people. Eat chocolate with a flavor. Eat with a chocolate flavor. Oh, it doesn't say I'm eating it. But flavor, I'm assuming that means I'm eating it. How would they make the chocolate taste like that, though? I guess chocolate with a poop flavor. Just because, like, if I knew it was chocolate, I might just be like, this is some really bad chocolate. But with the other, even though it tastes like chocolate, but I know that it's poo, I still am going to feel like I'm eating poo. So, would you rather electronic music or pop music? I thought those were the same thing. Okay. Hmm. Electronic music? Okay. Would you rather be loved or... Excuse you. I guess I'd rather be loved than feared. Truthfully, honestly, I know I then clicked loved by accident because of an ad. But, truthfully, it's better to be loved than to be feared. No matter who you are. It is better. Because you never have to worry about anyone trying to kill you because of you being a horrible tyrant. You know, if people love you, then you have nothing to worry about. They're not going to mean any kind of ill intent towards you if they love you. So that's really good. But at the same time, if people feared me, I could probably get my way a whole lot more than if they just loved me. Oh well, we'll never know what that's like. Okay, so I am going to leave that here. The last question is, would you rather be born with an elephant nose or be born with the neck of a giraffe? I don't think we can really answer this question because we're human beings. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I need to get back to my assignments, and I also just need to end this video because it is getting really long. I don't have the timer on here, so I don't know how long it is, but I feel like it's a really long time. So anyway, if you like this video, slap this like button, share it with your friends. As always, keeping it 100 with you, brushing off the haters, betas, and manipulators. And I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.